The legal world was just blindsided by a stunning reversal. After multiple failed attempts, Sean "Diddy" Combs is reportedly being cleared to leave prison under strict house arrest conditions at his Miami mansion. He is going back to the very same property that was first raided by federal agents back in 2019. The real reason the judge agreed to this controversial move will shock you. Can this arrangement possibly save what remains of his dying career? And who is the first person he plans to target once he steps outside those prison gates? Last month on the 19th of December, Diddy's legal team officially announced they were filing an appeal to have his 50-month sentence either significantly reduced or overturned entirely. His attorneys argued that since the jury had acquitted him on some of the most serious charges brought against him, the punishment handed down was disproportionately long and unjust. He deserved, they claimed, to be released immediately. In coverage of the filing, analysts noted Sean Combs was seeking an urgent release. His lawyers were urging a federal appeals court in New York to reverse his conviction on the charges that stuck or to direct the original judge to lighten his 4-year sentence. The core of their new argument is this: Diddy was treated with undue harshness by a judge who allowed evidence from charges he was found not guilty of to influence his ultimate punishment. This latest appeal marks a dramatic shift in strategy. It is different from all his past bail attempts. This time, Diddy isn't even tacitly agreeing that he's guilty. His team is now calling the judge's integrity into question, suggesting corruption in the refusal to grant his release. Just yesterday, his lawyers amended the appeal to include a formal request for house arrest. Court documents revealed his specific wish: to serve his time at his sprawling Miami estate. That's the same mansion, in case anyone has forgotten, where federal agents once confiscated over 1,000 bottles of baby oil during their initial raid. Footage from that day shows the opulent interior of the property he is so desperate to return to. His desperation is being driven by more than just comfort. An investigator for the New York Times recently uncovered that Diddy has been forced to sell his private jet. This is the same Gulfstream G550 he famously showed off in countless videos and social media posts, a ultimate symbol of his wealth and status. Now he's offloading it to generate liquid cash. While the final sale price was not disclosed in official paperwork, industry experts estimate it fetched between $20 and $30 million. The speculation is clear: Diddy is facing severe financial strain. He can likely no longer afford the jet's staggering upkeep and needs the money to pay his formidable team of lawyers and keep his financial obligations afloat. His team has claimed the sale was due to legal pressure, a move to free up funds. It's also believed he needs the money to pay staff, whose paychecks may have slowed or stopped while he is incarcerated. When the boss goes down, the entire financial ecosystem around him suffers. But there's another, more strategic reason for this sudden need for capital. Diddy is reportedly planning to use a portion of these funds to finance a documentary project of his own. This move comes as a direct counterpunch. By now, nearly everyone has seen 50 Cent's explosive Netflix documentary series, Sean Combs: The Reckoning. That docuseries systematically destroyed whatever credibility Diddy had left in the court of public opinion and seemingly sealed his fate. Unless Diddy can radically change the narrative, his family's standing in the entertainment industry could be permanently damaged. This is precisely why his sons have announced the upcoming release of their own documentary series, an attempt to tell their side of the story and push back against 50 Cent's version of events. Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian Combs, recently teased a new docuseries about their family in a trailer released to Instagram by the Zeus Network's founder. The brief clip shows the brothers sitting on a couch in a screening room as a series of damning headlines about their father's cycle on the screen. In a dramatic final moment, Justin's phone vibrates, and he answers a collect call from the Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institute, where their father is currently held. No release date was given, but the teaser says viewers can expect it sometime in 2026. Following the trailer's release, Zeus Network founder Lemuel Plummer took to Instagram to clarify the project's intent amid significant backlash from an audience that primarily tunes in for other content. He stated the series is meant to provide Justin and Christian a platform to share their personal stories and lived experiences, which have been directly impacted by these events. He stressed the project is not intended to endorse, defend, or vindicate Diddy or anyone else, nor does it seek to justify any alleged actions. It is, according to him, about raw and authentic storytelling, allowing individuals to speak for themselves before audiences prejudge them. The uncomfortable truth underlying this family effort is that Diddy's children have built their careers largely on his foundation. Without his money, influence, and protection, they have little to fall back on. Despite the famous last name, none have yet established a truly independent, self-sustaining success. They are, in a sense, betting everything on his eventual comeback. If he falls for good, their prospects are grim. As one commentator put it, they are trapped. How do you escape when your father becomes a public pariah? They have no choice but to support him. So, is there a real chance this appeal will succeed? Some legal experts believe there might be. Federal prosecutors have reportedly conceded that since Diddy was found not guilty on the bulk of the initial charges, the lengthy sentence might be viewed as inconsistent. The appeal, authored by his highly respected appellate lawyer Alexandra Shapiro, is seen as compelling. The court has already granted her request for an expedited review, which is often interpreted as a positive preliminary sign. One legal analyst with decades of experience called her one of the most impressive legal minds he's encountered and suggested the argument that Diddy was sentenced based on acquitted conduct is fundamentally unfair. Diddy, however, was prepared for this appeal to fail. Senior White House officials confirmed that he had reached out to former President Donald Trump seeking a presidential pardon and invoking their past friendship. Trump himself confirmed the contact on multiple occasions, yet he ultimately rejected Diddy's request. The reason for that rejection, many believe, can be traced directly back to 50 Cent. The rapper and producer has publicly sworn to contact Trump to remind him of every disparaging thing Diddy has ever said about him, ensuring no pardon would be granted. 50 Cent has made it his personal mission to see Diddy remain held accountable. This leads to the critical question: why is Diddy so desperate to get out? The first and most immediate reason is fear for his personal safety. His lawyers have confirmed he has already been attacked multiple times in prison, with at least one attempted stabbing thwarted. He is a high-profile, controversial inmate with a giant target on his back. Commentator Jaguar Wright has theorized that Diddy is being used as a scapegoat, taking the full weight of the blame while other industry figures involved in similar activities walk free. If that's true, it would be beneficial for those unnamed parties to see him silenced permanently. The second reason is the looming threat of The Reckoning Part 2. 50 Cent has confirmed a second season is in production, and sources indicate the evidence it will present is far more damaging than the first. Former Diddy associate Gene Deal has publicly warned 50 Cent that Diddy will come for revenge if he gets out, alleging that powerful allies of Diddy, including figures like Jay-Z and Desiree Perez of Roc Nation, are aligned against him. Deal claims all these powerful players have their own secrets, and 50 Cent has gathered the dirt on them. If they move against 50, he will retaliate with devastating force. Diddy's team has threatened $1 billion lawsuit against both Netflix and 50 Cent, calling the footage used in the documentary stolen and the allegations exaggerated and defamatory. Notably, they have only threatened this action, but have not formally filed a cease and desist or a lawsuit. As Gene Deal pointed out, if they had a legitimate legal leg to stand on, they would have already moved to have the content taken down. The threats, many believe, are a bluff born of pure panic, especially as details about the more damaging second season begin to leak. Finally, there is a darker, more grim possibility that some observers are whispering about. Knowing Diddy's historically lavish lifestyle and need for control, some question whether he possesses the psychological fortitude to endure years in a federal prison. One stark analysis suggested the unthinkable, that faced with a long sentence, he might choose to do an Epstein. It is the ultimate tragic risk hanging over this entire saga.